This is the Meta 1-month overview reading for November 2022. It's currently October 31st, 2022, 7:44 p.m. Eastern Time. So the overall theme and behavior, we have a crest, an overbought crest or peak that we have profit-taking sell-off from. It's crossed with a failed attempt to break through a key resistance, followed by a decline through key support. That's key resistance and support on at least a 1-month chart, maybe a year-to-date chart. And generally, when you see the disappointment card, technicals will lead us to believe that we're going to break out through that resistance level, because we'll hit it once and then look like we're fall back, look like we're establishing support. Looks like we establish support, and then we go back up to hit it again. And technicals make us seem that we're going to break through it, but instead we turn around and we decline. So there's likely two times where we hit that price level, the high. And then behavior around the high, we have a notable decline off of the month's high. So this thing will stand out on at least a 1-month chart, probably on a year-to-date chart. And in the behavior out of the low for the month as well, a notable move to the upside on a 1-month scale. This opportunity, though, this move higher will offer an opportunity to open up a short position or protect against long positions. It looks like the sneak preview card shows a lower low in November based on that combo. The highest high is most likely here on the 3rd, and then we may revisit it again somewhere around the 9th or the 10th. 9th, 10th, or 11th, somewhere around there. And then it looks like our lowest low is probably on the 16th, 17th, possibly again around the 28th. th 17th, and then we probably fall lower on the 18th. So lowest low is probably around, I'd say, between the 16th and the 18th, and then possibly again we'll see it on the 28th, but there should be a prominent trough there. So we start out the month, there's a bit of a peak or crest, so we break out temporarily early in the day on the 1st. We turn around and we decline, and that decline increases with momentum moving forward into the close. We have two swing trade opportunities, one involving a period of erratic price behavior back and forth through the same price level, and we revisit a recent opportunity at a crest in the midst of that back and forth behavior. The other swing trade opportunity involves sideways fluctuations with a bearish trend preceding a rally. On the 2nd, we have a rally that breaks down with a rally along a diagonal trend line that breaks down with a fast sudden move higher, followed by a breakdown through that diagonal trend line with increasing volatility on the way down. And then there's a swing trade opportunity as well there involving a breakout, at least on a 1-day chart. On the 30th, we have a prominent high. This is likely the high for the month of November. There's a price level here. Matter of fact, this may not be the high, but this is a prominent high here, a prominent crest or peak or high here on the 3rd. I think the highest high is probably between the 9th and the 11th. It's either the 3rd or between the 9th and the 11th. My sense is probably, it's hard to say. It's between the 3rd and 9th and 11th. That might be because we revisit the same price level, but with that said, there's a bit of volatility on the 3rd. A resistance level that's highlighted at the highest high here. And in the midst of that volatility on the 3rd, there should be an opportunity to position oneself in both directions. Looks like there may be a prominent trough on the 3rd as well, so we go from like a prominent high or crest to a prominent trough. On the 4th, is an important price level highlighted again, and it looks like there's a swing trade opportunity near crest at the end of the day. I'm advised to open up some protection here around the 3rd or 4th. And there may be somebody speaking about Meta in some regard on the 4th, and it shouldn't be. It's deceitful, whatever they're talking about. It looks like we go from a crest to a trough to a crest, so there's a lot going on there in the 3rd and the 4th. On the 7th, we have bullish price swings, but that turns into a prominent trough on the 8th where we have a U-shaped dip. Looks like on the 9th, we push higher through a resistance level. We stay above that resistance level briefly, and then we break back down through the same price level shortly thereafter, creating a prominent peak or crest here on the 9th. And then we probably gap down the following day on the 10th and move significantly higher, reaching for a distant resistance level. There's a swing trade opportunity somewhere there around the 9th, 10th, involving a breakout on a one-day chart. On the 11th, another move higher, an unexpected move to the upside. And here on the 11th, I'm advised to open up some protection as well. There's a brief high that will not be revisited, or a brief high, I should say, that's easily missed here on the 11th or the 14th, probably on the 11th. And we break down through multiple price support levels on the 14th. Decline continues, looks like it picks up steam on the 15th and then brings us to a significant low on the 16th. It's probably our lowest low for the month thus far. And on the 16th, there's bumping up, bullish behavior out of that low, bumping up against resistance, breaking through resistance, bumping up against resistance. So we go from a decline on the 15th with a swing trade opportunity in the midst of sideways fluctuations with a bearish trend on a one-day chart to a trough, and out of that trough, which is probably somewhere there around the 15th, 16th, actually. It's the lowest low thus far. We'll move higher out of that, and it looks like at a prominent crest or high here, I should say. So we go from like a low to a high here from this on the 16th, 17th. There's a cash out opportunity there on the 16th, 17th, around a high for the day at the end of the day. And then on the 17th, an important ruler or leader of nations is highlighted. Usually there's a support level involved in there. Looks like we have an important reversal on the 17th. But then on the 18th, we have another... on the 18th, we have a move to the upside. And at the end of the day, at like a day's crest or peak, there's an opportunity to open up some protection, and we decline pretty hard there, showing another low or prominent low or lower low here on the 21st. It's either the same low as the 16th or a lower low. We do some sideways rotation along a key support level on a one-month chart, and then that sideways rotation ends with a fast sudden move higher on a one-month chart. On the 22nd, there's a move higher followed by a full retracement. There's a holding pattern on the 22nd followed by a move higher and then a full retracement, and a swing trade opportunity involving a bearish fluctuations or sideways fluctuations with a bearish trend. This is on a day's scale, 1 day's chart scale, and it precedes a rally. On the 23rd, we have multiple failed attempts to break through key resistance. On the 25th, we have a half day, and it looks like quite a bit of volatility, increasing volatility towards the end of the day. And there's a minor high or prominent high that'll stand out there on the 25th. Not like a highest high, but in between some lows that'll stand out, like a crest, I should say. And then it looks like we decline pretty hard on the 28th through multiple support levels on a 1 month chart. We come to a low and a trade opportunity. It looks like a buy opportunity. At a low on the 28th. On the 29th, there's a failed attempt to break through key resistance, followed by a decline through key support. And it looks like at that key resistance, we revisit a recent past opportunity at a crest on the 29th in the midst of some erratic behavior back and forth through the same price level. It looks like that's probably at the end of the day an opportunity to get out of that position opened on the 28th. So like a quick trade there. On the 30th, a decline. Bullish price swings. Sorry guys, I have something came up on my sound. All right. Bearish price swings with a sharp drop on the 30th. That's probably off of a crest, like a prominent crest that would stand out as well on a 1 month scale. It's pretty definitive that I want to open up protection around these two highs around the 3rd and like the 9th, 10th, 11th, somewhere around there. But again, we have a lowest low on the 16th, possibly the same low on the 21st and the 28th. And that's meta. Following the sneak preview of the following month, we have a lower low than we had in November. and we do like kind of like a decline followed by a bit of a return, rally back, and then another decline. It'll be within a channel. So we go from a resistance to support, reverse, go back to that resistance, go back to that support, kind of making like a sideways S formation. And that's Meta for November 2022, my friends. Let me know what you think by hitting that like button. Don't forget to subscribe. Most importantly, my friends, make sure you follow that rule of karma. Pay a little bit of that profit forward. Keep the flow going through the universe. Pay a little bit of that back towards the channel. Make sure the channel keeps going. And then make sure whatever you do with that money, you spend it out of love. As long as you spend it out of love, the universe is going to send it back to you tenfold in all directions, my friends. I'll see you on the next one.